Hello. Today we are going for experiment number 4 of Digital Signal Processing Lab. Now, what is the title? See, we are going to perform low pass and high pass filter design using FIR filter. Okay, so we already learn how to design low pass, high pass, band pass, and band stop filter using FIR filter. So out of that, here in this experiment, low pass and high pass filter implementations with MATLABs. Okay, so with the help of MATLABs, we are going to see. Okay, so the problem statement is given you like this: design a low pass filter to pass all frequencies below 1200 hertz. Okay, so below 1200 hertz you want to pass all frequencies and block all other frequencies. Okay, so we go through the experiment. See, directly I am switching you over the MATLAB. See how you can write the program for that, right? So I hope you can able to see the MATLAB screen. Okay, in that here uh, the sampling frequency fs will be kept 8000. This frequency you can change. Okay, similarly the order of the filter that will be decided near about n is equal to 50. Okay, so these are the variable values fs as well as n. Similarly, we can able to decide the frequency, that is cutoff frequency, that is w is equal to 1200 hertz. Okay, now 1200. Okay, this cutoff frequency is calculated as a 1200 slash fs by 2. Okay, so this formula is adopted to find out the omega. Okay, then the zeros of the filter can be calculated by using the filter FIR. Okay, so here FIR1 filter is shown. Now I am showing you the use of this filter. Okay, so up till now we have decided the three things. Okay, what is the sampling frequency, what will be the order of the filter, and what will be the W, means omega. Okay, now here the zeroth order of the filter will be decided with the help of FIR filter. It helps you to calculate it. Okay, so here we go over the MATLAB function. See, just I am expanding the window. I hope you can able to see now what will be the use of FIR one function. This is a function for FIR. So its name is window based finite impulse response filter design. Okay, this is function is readily available in MATLAB. See, this function is readily available in MATLAB. Okay, the syntax of this function will be given in 5 different types. These are the various types. Okay, so you can define with various parameters like n comma omega n. So n and omega n are common. Okay, so when you define FIR1 in bracket n comma omega n, it will returns row vector value or for b. It contain n plus 1 coefficient of the order n number of low pass FIR filter. Okay, it is Hamming base window linear phase filter with normalized cutoff frequency. Okay, the output filter coefficient, that is, here you got the B are ordered in ascending order. Okay, you know the expression, that is B of Z is equal to B of 1 plus B of 2 into Z raised to minus 1 plus dash 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 plus B of n minus n plus 1 Z raised to minus n, right? So over that, here this FIR filter is base. Okay, so FIR1 is used for implementation of windowed linear phase FIR filter design. Okay, so you can able to design a high pass, okay, here high pass, low pass, band pass and benchtop filter configuration. Okay, if you look this function in detail here, you will find the examples are given. Okay, here if you want to design the order of the filter, it will be depends on the given value with limit. Okay, that limit you will decide that will be a pass band limit. Okay, so within that limit you can able to decide the design of filter. Okay, so for that, the FIR1 function you can define with the order of filter means n and a range of the filter, that is pass band. Okay, how much amount of the pass band will be required, okay, that you will see here. Okay, and you will get the output. So this way you can use these functions, right? So I am now going over our main window. See, just I am closing it. So here what I am saying, n and omega is defined. Okay, n will be the order of the filter and omega that we have calculated, so that is 1200 slash fs by 2. Okay, so this omega will be putted in this FIR filter. Now once you got the value or coefficient of B, okay, we pass it to the frequency function. Okay, FREQZ is the name of the function. The purpose of this function is to get a magnitude and phase plot of the filter. Okay, we already calculated the magnitude as well as the phase plot. So for that, here you need to pass the parameters. Okay, so that's why the coefficient you have calculated B, okay, comma 1 comma 128 comma the sampling frequency. Again we go over this filter. Okay, so again I am going over the help. Okay, what is the purpose of this particular frequency function? Okay, we see here, right? Just I maximize it. Wait. See, frequency response of the filter will be get with the help of FREQZ named function. This function will be defined by these ways. Okay, near about 6 ways are given to you. Okay, with the help of this you can able to see the response of the filter. Okay, so here you can able to see the example. Okay, here how the discrete time filter is returning the value. Okay, you can use this function for adaptive filter, discrete time filter, multi-rate filters. Okay, similarly you can able to see the response with the help of examples. Okay, here examples are also given. Okay, here uh, the FR1 filter will function is used, and after that here frequency filter, okay, function is used. Okay, so with the help of this you can able to see the response of the function. Okay, so here I am just going over the main program. Okay, so here you can find the use of this. Okay, then now it is the time to plot the response. So for that, uh, once you calculated the magnitude as well as phase plot, okay, that will be plotted with the help of figure. Okay, it helps you to plot the response. Okay, then here once the magnitude and the phase, okay, will be calculated, okay, we do it separately. Okay, so h and w are the value, okay, will be getting from this function. Okay, then with this we pass this value to the plot, okay, with the help of two parameters. First one is omega and second one is absolute value of h. Okay, so you will get a magnitude plot. Okay, then after that here you can able to plot the phase. Okay, so for that here the phase plot will be plotted over this function. Okay, and lastly we are going to plot it a z plane. Okay, so whatever the coefficient are getting, okay, see, whatever the coefficient are getting, okay, from that coefficient here zero pole plot for filter will be plotted. Okay, so that zero pole plot of the filter will be plotted with the help of z plane, right? So here you can able to see the poles and zeros are associated with unquantized reference filter. Okay, so here example is given. You will see poles and zeros plot with a real part as well as imaginary part. In this fashion you can able to see the response of the filter. Okay, so this function will results in this fashion. Okay, so here this will be the entire combination. Okay, so here the FR filter, okay, is a design, okay, low pass filter implementation you can show this way, right? Now just I am running this program, see what the output will be observed. Okay, once you run the program, immediately three windows are coming. First window, second window and third window. Okay, just I am elaborating all the windows, what will be the response got from the execution. See here what frequency we have given, that is 1200, omega is equal to 1200. So that's why from this, okay, here you got the magnitude and phase plot, right? So that's why here the cutoff frequency is given near about see, up to 1000 it will be straight. Okay, and slight somehow. Okay, after that there is a curve. Okay, means near about 1200 hertz will be the omega. Okay, means it is multiplied with omega is equal to 1200 slash fs by 2. Okay, 2 pi fs. Okay, so that's why omega is equal to 2 pi fs will be the formula. So that's why here that value will be gained. So this magnitude plot is representing the frequency between 0 to 1200 is pass, and after 1200 hertz the remaining frequency up to 4000 hertz is blocked. So that's why here at 0 dB you will see the frequency is pass, and at minus 60 dB you can see the frequency is rippling. Okay, means we say it is a block. Okay, so you see the pass band and the stop band will be achieved, right? Similarly, side by side at below side you can see the phase plot. Okay, here the phasor diagram is shown in the below diagram, right? So this way you can able to see the first graph. Okay, similarly now we go over the second one. Okay, second one is giving you the complete narration of your low pass filter implementation. Here near about 1200 hertz frequency is taken. Okay, you will see the pass band and stop band very clearly from this graph. Okay, and third one is here uh, Z plane. Okay, here poles and zeros are represented. See, as we implemented this here, you can able to see poles and zeros are represented on real and imaginary axis. Okay, there is a circle. Okay, its radius is near about 1. Okay, it is a unit circle, and in this unit circle, okay, I already shown you how you can use the unit circle for a fire. So that's why the unit circle will be represented here. Okay, its radius is 1. Okay, so the circle within circle are given small circle and big circle. Big circle is representing a radius, and small circle are showing you here the poles and zeros representations. Somehow right hand side some poles and zeros out of circle are inside of circle or on the circle, some poles and zeros are represented, right? So here you can able to see these three graphs. Okay, first graph is narrated as a low pass and high pass filter, pass band and stop band. Okay, second is showing you here the phasor diagram. Okay, here you will see magnitude and phase plot, and the third one is representing a a Z plane, right? So in this way you can able to see this experiment, right? Now I am closing this all the figures. Okay, so this is about the low pass filter design. Okay, now after designing this low pass filter, okay, now we go over. Okay, this is about the manual that I sent you. Okay, this the second one is a design of high pass filter to pass all frequency above 1200. Okay, so this is a statement for the second one program. Now here the strategy is same. Okay, design strategy is same, only instead of low pass here we will write high pass filter. See over the MATLAB. Okay, now second program just I am showing you here. Okay, just see if you able to see. Now manual is with you, so you can able to compare it very easily and clearly. Okay, this program is about the low pass filter, and just if I am switching to high pass filter program, okay, here only the word is changed as a high. Okay, so that's why here instead of low the high pass filter will be narrating. Okay, so the organization of all the statements will be very similar, only the difference is that instead of saying low, here I am writing high pass filter. Okay, so hope I am now running all the this program. Okay, see here once you run the program, here you can again see three windows are observed. Okay, magnitude and phase plot, then high pass filter, okay, and Z plane. See, I am telling you one by one. Again here, this graph is got, okay, here it do the separation between pass band and stop band at near about 1200 hertz. Okay, now right hand side section is showing you the signal are pass, and left hand signal, left hand side of signal uh, b- uh, below 1200 hertz. Okay, it shows the stop band, right? So you can see the clear, it is clearly shown this high pass filter. Now we go for the magnitude plot and place plot. Here also you can see the separation between the pass band and stop band with magnitude and phase. Okay, here in terms of magnitude, after 1200 hertz the pass band is getting and its magnitude is constant at 0, and in stop band at minus 60 dB the frequency, the magnitude will be minimum, right? Similarly, in terms of phase, there is no phase signal is getting at below, at stop band, and at pass band the signal phase is decreasing. Okay. Now the third one is showing, it is a magnitude, it is a z plane poles and zeros plot. Okay, in this here you can able to see the real and imaginary part. Okay, again here unit circle is there. Over this unit circle you can find poles and zeros are represented. Okay, now in low pass filter, the order of these poles and zeros are maximally it is represented in right hand side, but now it is represented in left hand side in terms of high pass filter. Okay, so you can do very easily the comparison between this high pass and low pass filter. Okay, so here these three graphs are achieved with the help of this high pass. Okay, so the program is very similar. I hope you could understand it. Okay, uh, so this is about our FIR filter, low pass and high pass filter design. Okay, in manual also I have copied all these graphs. Okay, for low pass as well as high pass filter. Okay, and lastly I have given you some questionnaire. Okay, so all these questions I am sending you through Google's form. Okay, or otherwise I hope you can write all these things again. Okay, so no problem. Now at this moment I am quitting this experiment. I hope it will be enough for experiment number 4 point of view. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, now I hope you do this experiment over your MATLAB. Okay, if you have installed the MATLAB software over your computer or laptop, so you take the benefit of executions side by side by just by watching this video. Those who are not having the MATLAB software, they can contact me, or if your friend is having MATLAB, then try to install it on your computer. Okay, so thank you very much.